Hello, everyone. Oh, I think that peaked actually. Hello. So, I figure uh, I would record myself reading through uh, chapter 1 of Anki. Looks to be about 20 pages. So, let's give it a go and see how we feel about it. We're going to start off on this right hand page. Ohayo. Ohayo gozaimasu. Konnichiwa. Konbanwa. Sayonara. Oyasumi nasai. Arigato. Arigato gozaimasu. Sumimasen. Ie. Itekimasu. Iterashai. Tadaima. Okaeri nasai. Itadakimasu. Gochiso sama deshita. Hajimemashite. Honda ai desu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. So we've got some vocab on the right, looks like. We have Ohayo for good morning. Ohayo gozaimasu for the polite version of good morning. Konnichiwa for good afternoon. Konbanwa for good evening. Sayonara for goodbye. Oyasumi parentheses nasai for good night. Arigato for thank you. Arigato gozaimasu for thank you polite. Sumimasen for excuse me / I'm sorry. Ie for no or not at all. Itekimasu, literally I'll go and come back. Iterashai, please go and come back. Tadaima, I'm home. Okaeri nasai, welcome home. Itadakimasu, thank you for the meal. This is what you do before eating. Gochi so sama deshita. I always thought this was a so, not a so. So interesting. Thank you for the meal after eating. Hajime mashite. How do you do? Des for I am. Desu if you want to pronounce everything here. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu for nice to meet you. And the last syllable of konnichiwa and konbanwa is spelt with this wa instead of the other wa. I am confused about the distinction between the two, but hopefully that gets better with time. Let's see. Aisato to ojigi. Aisato ojigi. Oh, this font I'm not used to. Japanese people greet each other by bowing, which has many other functions, such as expressing respect, gratitude, or apologies. There are different ways of bowing, ranging from a small nod of the head to a 45-degree bend at the waist. Generally, the longer and deeper you bow, the more formal and respectful it appears to others. Many Japanese tend to feel uncomfortable with physical contact, although handshaking is becoming quite common in business situations, especially those involving foreigners. When meeting someone in a business situation for the first time, it's customary to exchange meshi, business cards, with a small bow. Etiquette guides list a vast number of rules and pointers, but just remember that the important thing is to clearly show your respect when exchanging meshi. Expression notes 1. Ohayo is used between friends and family members, while Ohayo gozaimasu is used between less intimate acquaintances, similar to arigato and arigato gozaimasu. The rule of thumb is, if you are on a first name basis with someone, go for the shorter versions. If you would address someone as Mr. or Mrs., use the longer versions. Ohayo is a greeting used before noon, but some people use it in casual settings in the afternoon or even at night when they see their classmates or coworkers for the first time that day. There's, what is this? Oyonachi? There are several goodbye. Oh, sayonara. This is ra, not chi. Okay. There are several goodbye expressions in Japanese, the choice among which depends on the degree of separation. Sayonara indicates that the speaker does not expect to see the person spoken to before she turns a page in her life. Not until a new day arrives or until fate brings the two together again. It sounds dramatic and ritualistic, and its daily use is largely restricted to school children taking leave of their teachers. Ja, mata, between friends expecting to see each other again fairly soon. Shitsure shimasu, taking leave from a professor's office, for example. Sumimasen means excuse me to get another person's attention. I'm sorry to apologize for the trouble you have caused, or thank you to show appreciation for what someone has done for you. Ie is primarily no, a negative reply to a question in the dialogue. It is used to, or in the dialogue, it is used to express the English phrase "don't mention it" or "you're welcome," which you point out with which you point out that one is not required to feel obligated for what you have done for them. Itekimasu and iterashai is a common exchange used at home when a family member leaves. The person who leaves says itekimasu, which literally means I will go and come back. And the family member responds with iterashai, which means please go and come back. Tadaima and okaeri are used when a person comes home. The person who arrives home says tadaima, I am home right now, to the family members, and they respond with okaeri nasai, welcome home. All right, so here we have a situation to act out with classmates. It is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You see your neighbor, Mr. Yamada. You come to class in the morning, greet your teacher, greet your friends. On a crowded train, you stepped on someone's foot. You dropped your book, someone picked it up for you. It is 8 o'clock at night. You happen to meet your teacher at the convenience store. You are watching TV with your host family. It's time to go to sleep. You are leaving home. You have come back home. You're going to start eating, and you have finished eating. I don't know how much value there is in us doing that. I thought it was going to be like a script going in. Walking around the classroom and introduce yourself to your classmates using the below example. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Meet as many classmates as possible. Hachibemashite. Kimura Takashi desu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. So that would be the part where we put in our names. I think for me it would be Rafaelu Luciano desu. Honda Ai desu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Next we've got numbers. So we have 0 or re, ichi, ni, san, yon or shi, or yo, go, roku, nana or shichi, hachi, or q/ku, ju for 10, juichi for 11, juni, 12, 13, jusan, 14, juyon or jushi, 15, jugo, 16, juroku, 17, junana or jushichi, 18, junhachi or juhachi, 19, jukyu or juku, 20, niju, 30, sanju, 40, yonju, 50, goju, 60, rokuju, 70, nanaju, 80, hachiju, 90, kyuju, and 100, hyaku. Reading practice. Read the below numbers. We have go, Q, nana, ichi, ju for 10. 8 is hachi. 2 is ni. 6 is roku. 4 is yon. 3 is san. I don't know if we need to go through the rest here. New friends. Lesson 1. In this lesson, we will introduce ourselves, ask and tell people names, majors at school, time, etc. Mary, an international student who just arrived in Japan, meets a Japanese student, Takeshi, at a school orientation. Takeshi says, Konnichiwa, Kimura Takeshi desu. Mary says, Meri hato desu. Ryugakusei desu ka? Takeshi, Ie, Nihon desu. Mary goes, So desu ka? Nanase desu ka? Takeshi says, Yonsei desu. At the orientation, Mary introduces herself to everyone. Mary goes, Hajimemashite, Meri hato desu. Erazono daigaku no gakusei desu. Nine, let's see, Nine desu? I'm not sure what that is. Senko wa Nihongo desu. 19 歳 desu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Hello, I'm Takeshi Kimura. I am Mary Hart. Are you an international student? That's the Ryugakusei desu. Excuse me? No, I am Japanese. I see. What year are you in college? I am a 4th year student. I am a 4th year student being Yonsei desu. And then this part I was a little confused on. How do you do? I am Mary Hart. Hajimemashite. Meri hato desu. My major is Japanese. I am 19 years old. 19? I was going to say 19 years desu. Heck. I am 19 years old. I'm a student at the University of Arizona. I am a 2nd year student. Oh. I wanted to read this as 9. I think English was taken over. I should not have looked at the Romaji. Ninsei desu. 19 歳 desu. For 19 years old. Nice to meet you. Excuse me, my nose got a bit stuffy there. Here we have some vocab for college or university. We got daigaku for high school. Kuku. Student is gakusei. College student is daigakusei. International student is ryugakusei. Teacher is sensei. For whatever year student is nensei. That one's new to me. 1st year student is ichi nensei for 1st year. And major is senko. I really want to pronounce that as senku. Yeah, I see why we need to break away from Romaji. Watashi for I. Tomodachi for friend. San for Mr. and Mrs. Jin for people. Nihonjin for Japanese people. Ima for now. Gozen for AM. Gogo for PM. G for o'clock. Ichiji would be 1 o'clock then. Han is half. Nijihan for 2:30. Nihon for Japan. America for USA. And we have these here in katakana. Go would be the language that goes after the country. So for Japanese, or the Japanese language, it would be Nihongo. Nihongo. Sai for how many years old you are. Denwa for telephone. And ban for number. Denwa ban would be telephone number then. Bango for number. Namae for name. Nan/nani for what. And some expressions here. Ano is Hai is yes. So this is that's right. So desu ka is I see or is that so? Excuse me. That was a little stuffy still. So for a few countries, Igirisu is Britain. I know Igirisujin, so that makes sense. Australia for Australia. Kankoku for Korea. Kankoku. Oh, that makes sense. This one is in hiragana because it's an Asian country. Canada for Canada. Chugoku for China. Chugoku, yeah. India is Indo. Egypt is Egypto. Philippines is Philippine. And that one's also in katakana. So is Egypt. I think India is as well. For majors, Asian studies. It's weird because this looks to be mostly katakana, so I guess the perspective reflects that. Asia Kenkyu. Economics is that right? Keizai for economics. Kugaku for engineering. Kokusai Kanke international relations. Computer, just computer, okay. Seiji for politics. Seiji. Sebutsugaku for biology. Bijinesu for business. Bungaku is literature. Rekishi for history. And for occupations, Isha is doctor. Or occupations themselves being shigoto. Kakushigoto. Oh, okay. I just realized a title that I was familiar with made a little more sense. Kaishain for office worker. That's me, brothers. Kangoshi for nurse. Kokosei for high school student. Koko. I really would pronounce this as kukusi if I didn't know. Shufu for housewife. Shufu. Daigakusei ni. No, Daigakuin se. Daigakuin se for graduate student. Bengoshi for lawyer. And family kazoku, like homemade kazoku. A mother is Oka-san. Father is Oto-san. Older sister One-san. Older brother Oni-san. Younger sister, Imoto. And younger brother Ototo. And here's our first point of grammar. I am a student. My major is the Japanese language. It is 12:30. These sentences will all be translated into Japanese using an appropriate noun and the word desu. I am a student being gakusei desu. My major is the Japanese language. Nihongo desu. 12時半です. It is 12:30. Note that none of these sentences has a subject like the I, my major, and it found in the English counterparts. Sentences without subjects are very common in Japanese. Japanese speakers actually tend to omit sentences whenever they think it is clear to the listener what or who they are referring to. If it is not clear from the background situation or the preceding context what is being talked about, you can start a sentence with a topic marked by wa. Note that when we write in hiragana, we use the letter wa for topic wa, following the classic orthography. What's going on there? The hiragana wa therefore has two pronunciations, wa in the topic position and ha in most other positions. Okay, I don't think I knew this. There are a few exceptions, such as konnichiwa, good afternoon, and konbanwa, good evening. They're usually written with konnichiwa and konbanwa. Okay, so these are the only ones where this would be wa, and it's generally otherwise ha, unless it's being used as this particle. Okay. X is Y. As for X, it is Y. That's a little too abstract for me by itself. Senko wa Nihongo desu. For my major is the Japanese language. Watashi wa Sora Kimu desu. I am Sora Kim. Yamashita-san wa Sensei desu. Mr. Yamashita is a teacher. Meri-san wa Amerikajin desu. Mary is an American. Alright. Wa is a member of the class of words called particles. So is the word no, which we will turn to later in the lesson. We add particles to noun phrases to indicate how the phrase relates to the rest of the sentence. Note also that nouns like gakusei and sensei in the above example stand alone, unlike the English translations, student and teacher, which are preceded by a. In Japanese, there is no item that corresponds to a or a, nor is there any item that corresponds to the plural s at the end of a noun. Without context, a sentence like gakusei desu is therefore ambiguous in terms of the singular and plural interpretations. Question sentences. You can just add ka at the end of a sentence and turn it into a question. Ryu gakusei desu. I am an international student. Ryu gakusei desu ka? Are you an international student? In the above sentence, Ryu gakusei desu ka is a yes-no question. Question sentences may also contain a question word like nan, what. In this lesson, we learn how to ask and answer questions using the following question words. Nanji, what time? Nansai, how old? Nanase, year in school. This one's... I would need to see this in hiragana. Nanense, which year in school? And nanban, what number? Senko wa nan desu ka? What is your major? Senko wa eigo desu. My major is English. Senko wa. What time is it now? Ima nanji desu ka? It is 9 o'clock. Ima kuji desu. I'm not sure why this is in parentheses. Meri-san wa nansai desu ka? How old are you, Mary? 19 desu. I am 19 years old. What year are you in college? Oh, here we go. Excuse me. Nanen say and desu ka? 19 desu. Ninensei this. I'm a sophomore. No, it is not customary to write a question mark at the end of a question sentence in Japanese. The Japanese word for what has two pronunciations, nan and nani. Nan is used immediately before des or before a counter, like G or clock. The other form, nani, is used before a particle. Nani is also used in the combination nanjin. person of what nationality? Okay. Moving along. Let's see how much we've got to go before lesson 2. I think 56 is the start of lesson 2. Yes. All right. Going back up. Here's me, just getting a sense for where we were. Denwa Bangon wa nanban desu ka? What is your telephone number? 8675309 です. It is 867-5309. No is a particle that connects two nouns. The phrase Sakura Daigaku no Gakusei means a student at Sakura University. The second noun, Gakusei, provides the main idea, being a student, and the first one, Sakura Daigoku, makes it more specific. Not a high school, but a college student. You can use no like the possessive takeshis in English, as in the first example below. Here are some examples of no between two nouns. The main idea is always the noun, and the noun providing restrictions, specifications, etc. Takeshi-san no denwa bango. Bango. Takeshi's phone number. Daigaku no sensei. A college professor. Daigaku no. Okay. So the sensei belongs to the daigaku. Okay. Nihongo no gakusei. A student of the Japanese language. Nihon no daigaku. A college in Japan. So Japan's daigoku in this case. A phrase of the form noun acts more or less like one big noun. You can put it wherever you can put a noun, as in the following example. Takeshi-san no oka-san wa koko no sensei desu. Takeshi's mother is a high school student. Wa, and then des at the end. Here's what we mean by the main idea. In the phrase Takeshi-san denwa bango, Takeshi-san's phone number, the noun denwa bango, phone number, is the main idea. In the sense that if something is Takeshi's phone number, it is a phone number. The other noun, Takeshi-san, is not the main idea because Takeshi's phone number is not Takeshi. Takeshi-san no oka-san wa no. Or what was this referring to? What is this for? I don't see noun 1, noun 2. I don't know. What this is calling back to. Heck, man. I don't see 4 around. 1, 2, and 3 are around here. I'm assuming it should be on the same page. I'm guessing it's this part here, but I would have expected it to be labeled a little more explicitly. Oh well. Expression notes. Ano indicates that you have some reservations about saying what you are going to say next. You may be worried about interrupting something someone is currently doing, or sounding rude and impolite for asking personal questions. For example, so desu ka acknowledges that you have understood what was just said. Is that so? With rising intonation, or I see with falling intonation. Numbers. Many number words have more than one pronunciation. Refer to the table on page 380 to 381 for a general picture. Zero, and what is it? Rei are both commonly used. Ichi, but pronounced as itsu in itsubun, 1 minute, and itsusai, 1 year old. 2. Ni all the time. When you're reading out each digit separately, as when you give your phone number, it may be pronounced with a long vowel as ni. Ni. San, all the time. The part that follows it may change in sound, as in sanban or sanbun instead of sanbun. Sanbun or sanfun. I think fu or who is the default, and then bu is the one with the dokuten. Yon is the most basic, but 4th-year student is Yorensai. Was this re? I'm doubting myself. Let me find a hiragana chart. Here we go. We're looking for this fella. No, that's not re. That's a ne. Yonensai? Yonensai. And 4 o'clock is Yoji. In some combinations that we will learn later, it is read as shi, as in shigatsu, April. The part that follows this number may change in sound too, as in yonbun. Pretty sure that's bu. Or is bu? New. Oh, I pulled this over, but I didn't actually show off what I was looking at. Where is boo? I guess this chart that I'm looking at doesn't have the modified versions. Very good, very nice. I love it. We're just gonna have to move along, I think. 5. Go. All the time. We're not read out separately. It may be pronounced with a long vowel as go. 6. Roku. But pronounced as ru in rubun. Nana is the most basic, but 7 o'clock is Shichiji. 8. Hachi, but usually pronounced as ha, as in habun. Hatsu, or is it just hau? Does u have the... Alright. So if it's it's got the dash on top. If it's su, where is su? Well, it could be a little su. I think that's a little su. I'm gonna say hasai. Hasai. That's probably a counter. Is what's going on. 9. Q in the most basic, but 9 o'clock is Kuji. And 10 is Ju, but pronounced as Ju. What's the difference there? Ju as Ju or what Ju in Jubun, Jubun, and Jusai, Jusai. I'm not sure what they're getting at with 10 there. The word sensei is usually derived for or reserved for describing someone else's occupation. Watashi wa sensei desu makes sense, but may sound slightly arrogant because the word sensei actually means an honorable master. If you or a member of your family are a teacher, and if you want to be really modest, you can use the word kyoshi instead. Kyoshi or kyoshi? Probably kyoshi. Alright. I'm covering up part of the screen with this. San is placed after a name as a generic title. It goes both the given name and a family name. Children are referred to as chan, and boys in particular as kun, rather than san. Professors, doctors, and lawyers, and others in high-status occupations are usually referred to with the title sensei rather than san. San and other title words are never used in reference to oneself, referring to the person you are talking to. The word for you, anata, is not very commonly used in Japanese. Instead, we use the name and a title like san and sensei to refer to the person you are talking to. Therefore, a sentence like, Miss Hart, are you Canadian? Should be, Hato-san wa Kanada-jin desu ka? Instead of Hato-san, Anata wa Kanada-jin desu ka? So, Hato-san wa Kanada. This just cuts out some of that middle work, I guess. And, of course, avoids using the anata for you. Cultural notes. Nihonjin no namae. Japanese names. When Japanese people give their name, they say their family name first and given name last. Middle names do not exist. Excellent for me. When introducing themselves, they often say only their family name. Here are some typical examples. Family name: Sato, Suzuki, Takahashi, Tanaka, Ito. Men, for given names, we have Yuto, Kaito, Zuta, Haruki, Daisuke, Daisuke. For women, we have Sakura, Yui, Aoi, Rin, and Kana. Most Japanese names are written in kanji. For example, Tanaka is usually written as the rice paddy and then in the middle, which means middle of the rice field. Family names are often related to nature or geographical features. Because many kanji share the same readings, names with the same pronunciation may be written with different kanji, such as and Yuko and Yuko for the feminine Yuko. Alright. Practice. Nationality: Mary Hart. Or Hart Mary, American, second year, age 19. Kimura Takeshi, nationality Japanese, fourth year, age 22. Kim Sora, nationality Korean, Kankokujin, third year, age 20. Robert or Smith Robert, British, nationality Igiri Sujin. Fourth year, age 22. Nationality, or that's not a nationality, but Yamashita Sensei. Nationality Japanese, year irrelevant, age 47. Look at the chart below and describe each person's nationality. Meri-san. Meri-san wa Amerikajin desu. Takeshi-san. Takeshi-san is Nihonjin. Is it Jin at the end for this? Yes. Nihonjin desu. Sora-san. Amerikajin desu. Robato? We're not even trying to. Robato. We got Robato-san. Robato-san. Igiri Sujin desu. And Yamashita Sensei is Nihonjin desu. Or I should have done the sanwa and then done the nationality. Tell which year they are in school. So, and then say, so Ichi Nensei would be a first year. I don't think there are any first years here. Ichi Ninsei is married. Oh, maybe we're not supposed to match these. Maybe they're just giving us these. Sansei, Yonsei. Well, hold on. Maybe I've been over. Ichinensei, Ninensei, Sanensei, Yonensei, Gonensei, Rokunensei. So we got Meri-san. Meri-san wa Ninsei desu. Takeshi-san wa, what is he? Fourth year. Yonsei desu. Yonensei desu. Sora-san is Sanensei desu. Robato-san is 20. Oh, he's a fourth year. Yonensei desu. I think. How deep are we? 43 minutes? Okay. We approach the tail end. Just a few more pages to go. Look at this chart above about Mary's host family and answer the following questions. Oto-san for father, Oka-san, mother, Oni-san for elder brother, and Imoto for younger sister. Occupation, Pops works at Kaishain. He's an office worker. Mom is Kangoshi for a nurse. Oni-san is Daigakuinsei. He's a graduate student. And Imoto Kokosei is a high school student. Oto-san wa kaishain desu ka? Hai. Oto-san wa kaishain desu. Oto-san wa nansai desu ka? Iie. Oka-san wa sensei desu ka? Iie. Oka-san wa nansei desu ka? Iie. Isn't nansei The Nancy. That's what year they are, right? None say this. Okay. Yeah. That should only. That shouldn't be relevant for anyone here, right? Like, Big Sis probably. The children probably have years that they're in, but not that we know them. We could probably make assumptions based off of age. Uh, Oni-san wa kaishain desu ka? Iie. Oni-san wa nansai desu ka? I mean, he's a graduate student. Daigakusei. But, I don't know what year. Imoto wa daigakusei desu ka? No. Iie. Imoto wa nansai desu ka? I don't know. Is that also age? Size age. I could have answered these. 48, 45, 23, 16. What is that? Ichi ni san shi. Shihachi? Would that be right? She somehow doesn't feel right here. Shigo. Niju. And Juroku. All right. Translate the following phrases into Japanese using no. Student of the Japanese language, Nihongo no gakusei. My teacher, Mary's friend. My telephone number. Wait, translate the following. I'm sorry, I'm just reading these out. Nihongo no gakusei. My teacher. Watashi sensei. Do I need to put wa in there? My telephone number. I really wish this was an app and we could click these. Books are terrible. Never forget. My telephone number. Watashi wa I was way up. Way up. I'm gonna say no, I cannot right now. Namae wa for my name. Major. What was major? What was major? I'm not sure. Senko. 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 Where was I? I think I was around here. Man, I have lost myself. I shouldn't be scrolling like this. Should I the following? Takeshi's major. History. Rekishi. Mary's friend. Have they even introduced the word friend? Mari no tomodachi, probably. Student of the University of London. Gakusei. Daigakusei no. It's the thing that possesses first, and then the other thing, right? Because there's Hashino Kirby, Kabi. It was Kirby of the Stars, I think. University of Abu Rondan no Daigakusei. I'm doubting myself. We are going to move on. Look at the chart and describe each person using the given clues. Heart, School, University of Arizona, major Japanese. Meri-san. Meri-san wa Arizona Daigaku no gakusei desu. Takeshi-san. Becomes Takeshi-san wa Arizona University. Sakura Daigakusei no gakusei desu. Sora-san wa Seoul Gakusei Seoul Daigaku no gakusei desu. I think Roberto-san wa Daigakusei no Rondanu. No, there's no nu because it ends in an N. Rondan no gakusei desu. Yamashita sensei is Yamashita sensei wa Sakura Daigaku no sensei desu. And for majors, Mary would become Meri-san, or it would go from Meri-san to Meri-san no senku wa Nihongo desu. Where is it getting her major? Oh. Japanese? Nihongo. Senko just means major. Okay. Senko wa Nihongo desu. So Takeshi-san wa, or no. Takeshi-san no Reikishi. Takeshi-san no Senko wa Reikishi desu. Sora-san would be Sora-san no Senko wa Computer desu. Robato-san no Senko wa Bijinesu desu. Bijinesu desu. Alright. We have group work. I don't know if we're going to do this pair work business. I don't know if that makes sense for me just reading through this. For time, we have Ichi, Niji, Sanji, or Ichiji, Niji, Sanji, Yoji. These are One Piece characters. Goji, Rokuji, Shichiji, Hachiji, Kyuji, Juji, Juichiji, Junji, or Juniji, and Ichiji. Is it just Junji? Juniji. I guess Juniji. G would be awkward. And then Han for half. Ichiji Han. Look at the following. Tell me what time it be. Example. We got 1, 2. So here, Sanji. 9 is Kuji. Juichiji. Shichiji. 2:30 would be Nijihan. 6 would be 4:30 Yojihan. 7 or for 12 it would be Juniji. And 6 o'clock would be Rokuji. Pair work, I think we are going to skip. Review exercise. O namae wa Rafaelu desu. Where you from? Koshushin wa Amerikajin desu. What is your occupation? Oshigoto wa kaishain desu. Nansei desu ka? I think that's what year I am. I think that's right. I'm not sure. Nansai desu ka? Is that age? What am I? I'm 31, I think. Sanju ichi desu. Senko wa nan desu ka? Computer desu. Or business. Bijujin? How did they do this? Bijinesu. Bijinesu. This. Bijinesu. That's crazy. It is Gakusei. Ninsei. Roleplay we're not going to do. And then we have some useful expressions here. And then I think we're going to be squared away. Ichiji. For these are hours on time. Jikan for time. Ichiji. Niji. Sanji. Yoji. Goji. Rokuji. Shichiji. Hachiji. Kuji. Juji. Ju-ichi-ji. And Juni-ji. Oh, they do Juni. Minutes. Ipon. Nifon. Sampon. Yonpon. Gofon. Interesting. Ropon. Nanafon. Hapufon. Hachifon. Oh, what is going on there? Qfon. Jupon. Juichipon. Junifon. Fun. I think it's Fun. Yeah. Jusan Pun. Juyon Pun. Jugo Fun. Juro Pun. Junana Fun. Juha Pun. Juhachi Fun. I guess Pun or Fun. I'm not sure what's going on there. Jukyu Fun. Niji Pun. Sanju Pun. Ichiji Goju Fun. Yojihan. I'm not sure what is happening here. Anyways, that'll do it for chapter or lesson 1. Thank you for listening. Hopefully this will be helpful on the rewatch, and have a great one.